Born in 1933 in Niagara Falls, New York, Don was the son of two hard-working parents. James and Betty Brady both worked at the local power plant, where James was the security guard and Betty served as the plant's nurse. Don graduated from the University of Rochester in 1955 with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. He went on to serve in the U.S. Army and in 1958 married Mary Gay Helbleib. Don and Mary Gay have 5 children: Ann Lee, Jim, Mary Kate, Joe, and Amy Beth. Today they are blessed with 14 grandchildren.
I've known Don since we were both back in Buffalo, New York during the 50s and early 60s, and spent weekends together, cookouts and stuff like that. Really became close friends. And I've known him, and he's been just a great friend. That's as much as I can say about it. He's always been straight and narrow.
In 1962, Don and his wife moved to North Carolina and purchased a franchise for the distribution of Trane HVAC equipment. During that time, tobacco and textiles were the dominant industries in the state, and leaders in those industries soon realized that their production could be improved with the use of large humidity control systems. With the increase in business, Don quickly recognized that he needed a way to service that equipment, so he started a small service organization. He soon started a parts division to keep the service company supplied and now has 6 service stores across North Carolina. Later, he expanded the company again with an in-house contracting group to update aging systems, providing a complete solution for his clients.
I think the big thing was the whole concept of caring. How do you care for your associates? How do you care for your customers? And then how do you care for the community at large? And I think that's probably the big thing that really kind of creates this whole atmosphere of the family values and what's important.
Mr. Brady has one acronym that he uses all the time. It's called EGBAR. And EGBAR stands for everything's going to be all right. When he says that, he doesn't mean that that's something, a slogan that he's passing along. He means that that's an actionable item. And not just for us, the people who associates who work with him, but for himself.
He was always on the side of what was right. He always had the community at heart. It wasn't about him. It wasn't about his company. And to me, that's leadership.
Don Brady's establishment of Brady Services has created over 400 jobs across the Triad and North Carolina. Brady Services was established in 1962 with 4 associates and a station wagon. Over the years, the business has reinvented itself, finding new niches to serve that complement the original business. Don's commitment to the principles of market-based economics and entrepreneurship, a core junior achievement value, has guided the business's growth over the last 50 years.
I think Don has set a wonderful example through his civic participation. That's been a huge compliment to his entire company. His company has, I believe, prospered in part because of the deep civic involvement that Don himself possesses.
He's always been a person of great integrity, and I've kind of followed that also, just trying to be honest with the people around me and be forthright and treat them with respect. And he's always been on that person's level.
Outside of work, Don has been a lifelong advocate for education, serving on boards of education and advisory committees to educational institutions, and also setting up scholarships, creating opportunities for young people.
He's really kind of been a great role model. The way he wakes up in the morning, he doesn't think he's going to work, actually. He's never really kind of thought of this business as work. He's really kind of thought of as, hey, I'm going to take care of business and take care of people, and that's going to enable me to do other things in the community that's going to be helpful for everybody.
People today are looking for really true people with meaning. They're not looking for a salesman. So if you really like what you do, you're going to be really good at it. If you're not, you're probably not going to be successful. So, I think that Don Brady would be a person that would tell you, be who you are and do what you are, but always be ethical and truthful.
I'd say junior achievement is they picked a well-deserving man to receive this award, and whatever acknowledgement that might come along with it.
Don is a quiet doer and an outstanding philanthropist. Junior Achievement of the Triad is proud to induct Don Brady into the Triad Business Leaders Hall of Fame.